old man Winter sure is a rough old guy. He's just not nice to you sometimes. But we're gonna overcome it. We're gonna push through it. We're gonna get a pond built. Whether it's 12 degrees or 112 degrees. Shoot him, shoot him, shoot him. Got him, Kobe.
Oh,
you
yeah.
got him. Boom, dude.
Kobe?
Dude, you got him. You freaking nailed him. Well, what's up, guys? It's Daniel from Arms Family Homestead, and it's here. Winter has struck. It's cold. I think it got down to like 14 degrees last night, and luckily we've missed out so far on the winter precipitation. I got a message yesterday from Luke, the guy that we were pheasant hunting with in Kansas. He sent me some Snapchat videos that were, I think they got like 8 or 9 inches of snow or something crazy. But here, it's just cold. And I'm gonna check on the animals this morning, bust some ice, give everybody, make sure they got plenty of fresh water, and make sure we don't have any baby goats on the ground. But yesterday, so you guys know Houston's got duck hunting fever right now. I need a pair of gloves. It is cold out here. Houston's got duck hunting fever right now. So him and Jacoby have been building on a duck blind for a while over at a pond on my neighbor's place. And they finished it. So yesterday morning they wanted to go duck hunting. Right before the cold front hit. So we woke up yesterday morning and it was like 55, 60 degrees. And by noon, it was below freezing. We thought it'd be a great morning to push some ducks in. So I told them we'd go duck hunting. You ready, Princess?
Yeah.
So I hear you two built a duck blind.
Yeah.
Let's go check it out. See if there's any ducks. Wacky quackies.
Yeah.
Think you can call in a duck?
Yeah.
I know I've heard enough duck calls squawking, squawking, squeaking the last couple weeks. You ought to be able to at least make a sound.
Yeah.
Grab that other shotgun. Let's go see this duck blind you boys built. I have not seen this. The cold front has not hit here yet. It's supposed to get here in about 3 hours. Temperatures are going to steadily drop throughout the day. So we're hunting on a little pond on our neighbor's place. There's our cedar palace, it looks like. Houston's got some decoys. We'll get those thrown out, but temperatures are in the 50s, but by about noon today, it's supposed to be in the 20s. So, cold front's coming, buddy.
Yeah.
Maybe there were some ducks traveling south, getting pushed down here by that cold front overnight, looking for a perfect place to land today. Where'd your compadre go? I can't even find. Oh, Kobe, there he is. You can put the shotguns down and come back out here for a while, buddy. We got time. So I told Houston I would pay him to do some trapping this year. He's wanting to do a bunch of trapping. I told him I'd pay him $10 per raccoon and possum and all that stuff. And he's already cashed in and bought some duck decoys. He's getting set up to be a duck hunter, he thinks. Problem is, you think he can hit a duck? You think he can call one in?
No.
No. Kobe's never shot a duck either, so.
You should have heard Jacoby trying to call last night in my room.
Did it sound like this?
Yeah. No, worse than that.
All right, let's go. All right, ma'am. Do us a favor. Bring in some real ducks. Okay? A little far, bud. They're not on a very, very long cable, so that one might find bottom. They may drift away on us. We do have some good wind to get some movement out of them, though.
That's good.
All right. Got the decoys out. Let's get set up in this fancy blind you built. You put a lot of time and hours into this thing.
Yeah, we did. I'm not gonna lie. It was hard.
But first, got to back into the blind, huh?
Okay, now let's give you a house tour. As you can see right here, we got our roof. And what we had to do for this to keep our cover is we put a string, tied a string to both of these trees, and put like little,
Made a frame.
yeah, made a frame.
Out of sticks.
And then we laid them on that. Okay. And
Yeah.
then you got it.
All right, you go in. I'm gonna go around and look from the front when y'all stand up.
Wait. How did this get here? Bow, 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 bow! Ah-da-da-da-da!
Ratatata, huh?
Yeah.
All right, I'll come around and get in there. Is there room for 3 or do I gotta go home?
There's room.
Okay. One question. You gonna be able to get the safety off on ducks? Because pheasant gave you a hard time with safeties.
Yes.
Okay. Shoot him, shoot him, shoot him. Got him, Kobe.
Oh,
You
yeah.
got him. Boom, dude.
Kobe?
Dude, you got him. You just freaking nailed him.
Landed in
He
the blind.
almost landed in the blind. I'll go get him. Hang on.
What?
Kobe nailed him, man.
What's the point of you shooting when you killed him?
Jacoby's first duck ever. Oh my goodness. That is stinking cool.
Have that old 12 gauge.
Oh, Kobe. Look at there, buddy. First duck ever. Houston, did you get a shot off?
No.
I couldn't tell. You didn't?
No.
Just Kobe?
Yeah.
Sweet, man. Give me knuckles. Lost him. Where'd he go?
Oh, there's 2 more up there.
They are few and far between this morning, and they're really hard to see in this 30-mile-an-hour wind, huh?
Yeah.
Well, that one's not a duck.
No.
Don't shoot that guy. Good morning, Maggie. Did you have a good night? Did you cuddle with Bear and the goats? Oh, about tripped over a water hose. Everybody stay warm last night? Hi, Maggie. I don't have a bottle this morning. You're okay. Looks like everybody's doing just fine. Pepper's got her a nice little nest over here. Let's see if she notices if I touch her. Oh, yeah. Sorry. I won't disturb you. You keep your seat, old lady. Is that your buddy, Maggie? You cuddle up with Pepper and stay warm at night? So, as you saw, only one duck was harvested. And Jacoby shot his first ever duck. It was a ring-necked drake. It was a pretty duck, wasn't it, Bear? It was a pretty duck. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. There comes Maggie and Kelsey and Larry and all the gang. So, anyways, I'm gonna bust some ice this morning. Make sure everybody's got something to drink. And we are about 20 degrees. It is cold out here. I'm gonna go over and help DJ fill some orders. She's got 150 or 200 orders to fill. We'll go do that while it's freezing. It's really not going to get much above freezing today, but I think the pond guys are still going to work. I think I'm looking through the woods over there, and I think I see a pickup over there. I don't hear any equipment running yet, so maybe they'll get started, get everything warmed up, and get a little work done. Maybe I haven't shown you guys the pond update in several days of their working time, so we'll go check it out later if they get any work done today. What are you ladies doing? Just sitting over here incubating some babies in there? When are y'all gonna have baby goats? Please wait until this storm passes. Well, got some leaves in that water trough. It's pretty frozen. We had 30 plus mile per hour winds yesterday, so blew leaves and junk in their water, but it'll be okay for now. How's the donkeys this morning? Did you girls have a good night? Morning, Baker. Hey, girls. Farrah, Fallon, Phoebe. Phoebe, that belly's getting pretty large. It sure is. Let's go bust some ice. I'm sure they got, hey, I got a piece of scrap metal right here. Oh, it's frozen to the ground. Oh, it's gonna be covered in dirt. Back up, Phoebe. I want to knock the dirt off of this so I don't get it in your water. There we go. Excuse me. Pardon me. Hang on, girls. I'll get you. I'll get the ice busted. There you go. Now you can get a drink. All right. One at a time, or 3 at a time. There's plenty for everybody. Sorry, there's a few leaves in there. As soon as everything thaws out in a day or two, we'll dump it out and clean it out, okay? I got another one opened up over here for you, Reba. Y'all can get a drink too. That's not your drinking water there, sister. I'll bust your ice too in a minute. Those are just duck buckets. Okay? Hang on. One thing I use when it's really cold like this is these, I think they're called a freeze miser. It's a frost-proof device to keep your water from freezing up. They work really well. So once it gets below freezing, hang on, yeah, they're called a freeze miser. Once it gets below freezing, they start dripping just a little bit of water, and moving water doesn't freeze up. Well, this is a frost-free hydrant, and the barn is spray foam insulated and heated. This thing freezes up really bad. So this thing right here keeps me in water when we get down below freezing for extended periods of time. I can at least keep water at the barn, because that's been a struggle over the years, is keeping water down here. And these things have really helped out. I've been using them since late last winter. Here you go, Maggie. There's you some fresh water. It'll freeze up in a little while. We're still below freezing, but I'll come give you some more later too. All right, Bear? I gotta go to work now. All right, animals are good this morning. Everybody's watered. No baby goats. Never fails, we'll start having babies when it gets just brutally cold. They couldn't do it, when it's 70 degrees, but should start seeing babies popping anytime in the next, I'm gonna say week or two. I don't know exactly the date in my head, but anyways, 20 degrees is chilly when you're used to 60s. So I'm gonna go put a log on the fire and then head over to the merch building and help my wife for a little while. Man, this place is a mess. What have you been doing over here? I ain't been here in a minute.
Reorganizing.
Post-Christmas chaos?
Yes, for sure.
So, you got a lot of orders to fill, I see. DJ, it's too late for you folks that are watching this now. DJ announced on her video the other day, she found some extra chocolate covered pecans that we held back out of inventory. So, she was like, I think I'm going to just put these on the website and sell them. And she did, and they were gone in, a day.
I think it was less than a day.
Less than a day.
Yeah.
So the question is, honey, can I have some of these?
No.
But they're so good.
They are so good, but we're carnivore.
We're back on the carnivore diet. Yeah. Can't eat the white chocolate pecans. But no, that wasn't my question. Oh. My question is, are we going to resupply on chocolate covered pecans one more time?
Whatever you want to do.
Whatever you want to do. So whatever they want to do.
Yeah, whatever y'all want to do.
I think y'all, as many comments as I've responded to and seen and emails asking about it, I think they want another run of chocolate covered pecans. But we do have quite a few cases of regular pecans left. I don't know how many DJ had sold the other day. I was kicking around the idea. DJ and I talked about it a while back. I mean, we've got, I don't even know how many cases there are. These are all fresh pecans. I don't want to put them in cold storage. I don't want to hold them. I want to sell them fresh. And we can leave some, we'll leave them on the website as long as we can. But I was debating on maybe doing a special price so the folks could buy them by the case. So there's what? 20 bags or 50? How many, is there 30 bags in a box?
No, I don't know. We just have to count. I don't remember.
Well, we were talking about, so I can't remember. It's either 20. It says there's 30 pounds here, DJ, and they're 1 pound bags, but I don't know if that was,
I don't think that all fits.
if that was whole, like when they were shipped, if they were whole, not bagged, if there was just loose pecans in there, it might be 30 pounds. Once they're bagged into 1 pound bags, it's less. 24. This one's got 24, DJ. It says right here, 24 1 pound bags. So what we could do is drop the price per bag, a few bucks, and figure out what a good, fair price is. If somebody wanted to buy 24 bags, buy a whole case, and then you guys would be able to get them a little bit cheaper. We get them out of here so that we don't have to hold inventory. I don't want to hold pecans and sell them next year. I want to get rid of them. But, if we did a case price on the website, we just literally have to put a shipping label on here and send it out the door, which would make it a lot easier for us. So then we can, in return, reduce the price and make it a value offer, I guess, right?
Yes.
I don't know what that price is. We'll have to do some debating, but maybe we can do that. Kelsey, what are you whining about? Huh? What are you whining about, sister? I got to get to work. I got to help Mom. We can't go play, okay? I told Mom I would help her. It's 20 degrees outside, so I'm not sure they'll be working in here. All right, went and picked Houston up at school. He did bring home a pheasant from Kansas and bringing it to a buddy's house. I say buddy. He just moved here from California a couple years ago and has really just started his business here, and he's trying to get it up and going. So it's cool to have a new taxidermist in town. So we're gonna get a pheasant mounted for Houston. And he's actually got his ducks almost ready. This was that banded mallard that Houston shot in Arkansas. Notice the band. It's a pretty big deal, Houston.
Yeah.
I don't think you realize how big of a deal that was.
I didn't in the moment, but I thought about it a few days after, and I was like, I didn't realize what I did. It was, I don't know.
Everybody else understood. Houston was like, "Oh, that's pretty cool. That's a big deal."
Yeah.
And then also he got a wood duck drake, and man, that's just pretty. Those are so cool. But that mallard pair is pretty awesome. I shot the hen, by the way.
Wait, you did?
Yeah, I shot the hen. They came in just like that. I shot the hen, you shot the drake, and he kind of fluttered off, and David had to go get him in the boat, remember? Mm-hmm. So, yeah. Sweet. How long you been a taxidermist?
20-something years, 23, 24 years.
But you did it in California.
Yeah, so you got to deduct a couple years for that.
We won't hold it against you, but at least you're in Oklahoma now, and I don't know the first thing about taxidermy, but it's crazy that you go from a bird that looks like this, like here's a couple ducks that just came in, to that. It's art. I mean,
I like to think so.
That's art. I guess that's why you call your business. I don't know if you can be able to see the business card. Black Oak Artistry. There it goes. It's fast service right there. Never dropped anything off at the taxidermist and had him start on it right then.
Yeah.
Imagine if I had this done next week. That buck that I did in a week was not that long ago. We've got a little bit more room.
Well, track's back on track. The cold just makes things so much more difficult. I mean, I honestly don't know how you folks that live in the frozen northern tundra, which is basically anywhere north of Oklahoma, I don't know how you get any work done, because it never fails. When it gets cold, things break. And just like the tracks on that skid steer today, nothing's broke. But what's happened is driving through this soft mud, we've been below freezing for a couple days. Here, Bear's walking on thin ice right now. We've been below freezing for a couple days, but as soon as they start digging this muck out and driving through it, tracking through it, it cakes in those tracks, and then you get ice build up, and that's what eventually caused that track to come off. And Kelsey, I wouldn't recommend getting out on that ice. It's too thin. And it's just like things like that, but when it's super cold, things just break easy. And I hate it. It's really slowed down progress here the last couple days. They weren't able to get a whole lot done yesterday. Came out and did a little. It worked for a couple hours and had all kinds of problems and had to go back and get tools and all that. And then this morning, skid steers off the tracks, and they worked at it for quite a while to get it back on. But the focus right now is digging out the muck here in the bottom of the pond. And it's actually going really, really well. I don't know if you guys can really tell a difference, but they're able to basically come out, dig up a huge area, pile it up, just kind of just smooth it out. And then when it freezes, you can move it around a lot easier, because you guys saw I worked in this stuff for a month, and it's just like soggy soup, and it's hard to work with. But they're getting really close to being able to just scoop all this stuff out. And the more it freezes, obviously, the easier this stuff is to work with. So that's why they're trying to do it right now. It just makes for some technical difficulties. And these two don't seem to mind the cold. It's not too bad now. It's 29 degrees. This morning, it was pretty darn chilly. In the next few days, like, it's supposed to get really cold. They're calling for anywhere from, depending on which weather app you look at, which meteorologist that you have at least a little bit of faith in. Not much. Nobody has faith in a meteorologist, I don't think. But no matter which one you listen to, it's anywhere from 4 to 10, sometimes 12 inches of snow over the next couple days. Let's hope they're wrong. I don't want 10 inches of snow. Broke the dam, draining the lake. It's just like the 75th time we've had to cut the dam. That one's just a little bit smaller. That stuff is just as much of a soup sandwich as what it was when I was digging it out up the other end of the pond. It's just nasty, filthy stuff. But it's not going to dry out sitting in here, and it's not going to freeze down deep enough to do any good. So scooping it out, getting it up on the bank, spreading it around, it'll freeze overnight, and then I bet you tomorrow morning they'll be able to move that stuff around, because right now it's just liquid goop. So it's, yeah, a soup sandwich is the best way to describe that nasty stuff. But they've done this multiple times. They're just kind of working their way down in there, but you can see it. Man, they've dug a lot of that stuff out, and that's just what's here right now. They've done this multiple times. They just keep pushing it over the back of the dam, and the more they work it, the faster it dries out. And there's obviously some decent, good clay down in there, but we're just trying to get the nasty muck out and spread it out, and then they kind of mix it with some other dirt that they're pushing up and just kind of work it in, and it eventually turns into something that we can actually use. So winter may be trying to shut us down. Whoa! I hit a dirt clod. Let me go around that one. Anyways, winter may be trying to shut us down, and it may do it temporarily here and there. I'm telling you, extreme cold makes things just twice as hard, maybe 3 or 4 times as hard. Obviously the ground's going to freeze up, but that muck stuff will be much easier to work as it freezes, and spreading it out on the ground is only going to help. But well, old man Winter sure is a rough old guy. He's just not nice to you sometimes. But we're going to overcome it. We're going to push through it. We're going to get a pond built. Whether it's 12 degrees or 112 degrees, we're going to get a pond built. It's crazy when you think about the size perspective here. It's hard to see. It's hard for me to even visualize when I'm editing these videos. But just for, I don't know, ease of, I don't know. I don't even know what the right words are, but just for perspective's sake, that little island right there was in the pond before, don't get me wrong. But it was about 10 feet from the water's edge. So the water's edge was back here. And now the same spot where the water's edge is going to be on the same area of the pond. it's going to be way up here somewhere. I don't have any marks to reference off of right now, but just roughly, water's edge is going to be up here where I'm at. So water's edge is up here. I think all of those trees right there are going to be in the dry, but I'm a foot lower or so grade wise here. And from me to where the old water's edge was on this part of the pond is probably 25 yards straight line. But if you add 25 yards to this side and 25 yards to that side roughly, that's a big difference in the width of the pond, and that's just in this spot. It's all going to depend on terrain and, you know, lay of the land, and obviously it's going to be bigger and wider in some areas and narrower and shallower, and you know, but there's still a lot of dirt to move just to build up the dam. But as you can see, he's moving some really good clay from back here. That stuff will make a really good addition to the dam. it's bogging him down a little bit. He's trying to get as much clay out of the bottom of the pond as he can right now, and we're not really too concerned about running out of clay by any means. But there's some areas where they found some gravel and stuff, and they're having to dig it out, and then they'll reline those areas with some clay and make sure that the bottom gets sealed off really well. But every day we get one step closer. These guys have been working their tails off. I promise you, they've put in a lot of hours out here, and I do appreciate that tremendously. So I think he went as far as he could on the other side where he was digging out over there. He's got mud laid out everywhere, so I think he's going to work his way in down here, kind of build him a ramp down so he can get down to that nasty muck stuff. So that machine right there will move a lot of dirt in a hurry. And I don't know, it takes a skilled operator to know what they're doing. I can get out here and dig some holes and make a mess, but to make it work right, you gotta know what you're doing. folks, there you have it. Another day of a bunch of random stuff. It is what it is. I wish I could come out here and just do a pond update video every day. But the truth is progress is slow, and this stuff takes a while. I can see a difference. I know you guys can see a difference, but if we're out here every single day, it's just going to get mundane. So anyways, still moving concrete. I went and got another load today. I didn't video that. I got another load of, rubble concrete. Got a few other people that have called that have other concrete and rocks and debris and things. So we're going to have a mountain of structure to put back into the pond once we get to that stage, and that's what I'm excited about. I can't wait for that, and I've told you guys that multiple times. But building the habitat for the fish is what intrigues me. And then we're gonna, we'll be able to mark everything and know exactly where everything is, and be able to fish each type of structure depending on season and depending on if we're after bluegill or bass or whatever it is. And we'll have an idea of what's underwater. Draining this pond has taught me so much about this body of water that I fished my entire life. I had a pretty good idea of what was where and everything, but seeing exactly where we were catching fish, and now seeing why we were catching those fish in those spots, has been awesome. So I don't know, it's fun. Guys, remember, do something today to make somebody smile, because you never know, it just might change the world. So guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. You guys have a great day, and as always, we'll see you on the next video.